Hey, Tykee.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
I
too.
feel like I kind of already know you because I follow you on Twitter, and you're pretty active on Twitter. But in general, you see there, you look like you're a real proud native of Philadelphia and some things like that. Can you just talk about what it's been like to make this transition? And I'm sure it's been slower to getting into a prominent role than you expected when you left West Virginia.
Definitely a blessing to be here, coming from where I come from, kind of being far from my daughter. So that's the biggest thing, just being blessed to have this opportunity to be here.
Tykee, what did last week mean to you as far as it being your first start at Georgia, and what did you think of how you were able to play?
It meant a lot to me, just being able to go out there, help the team any way possible, best way as possible. And it meant a lot to me just finally being able to get out there after all the injuries I've been through.
So obviously Jalen Carter going out with another injury. Kind of, what does he bring to this team? What are you guys missing each snap that he isn't on the field?
That's not really my place. That's kind of a coach question. But Jalen, he's a different. Y'all see the film? He's different. That's all I can say about that.
Tykee, I know maybe kind of a cruel irony in some ways. I know you got hurt in last year's Auburn game over there. Now get talked to you for the first time coming into this one. Is that all kind of thing on your mind that this is the game I got hurt in last year?
To clear it up, I didn't get hurt in that game last year. I actually finished that game. I got hurt in that practice leading up to Kentucky.
Okay, I thought you got my bad. My bad.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Kind of coming from Philly, when you decided to transfer here, did DeAndre Swift or Mark Webb, any of those former players from Philly, reach out to you?
Yeah, they definitely reached out to me. Being close with them guys, just trying to get the background down here because I was in the portal, so it was like COVID, so we couldn't take visits. So I didn't really know what I was getting into. So just trying to get a clear understanding from them guys that been here and kind of came where I came from.
Follow, what did they tell you about Athens and UGA and the program?
I mean, I couldn't really talk to Swift about the defensive part of the ball, but he had a lot of success here on the offensive side. But Mark played, so he kind of told me how Coach Smart coached, how he had coached me hard, get me ready for the next level, and then the type of defense they ran. And that was the biggest thing, just getting Coach hard and trying to have the opportunity to go to the next level.
Tykee, a couple questions here. One, you having to play on a knee brace. We heard Coach Smart talk about getting confidence back in the knee. And then two, you mentioned him coaching you hard. We did hear your name a few times at Sanford Stadium that day about going from one drill to the next. Does it take a minute to get used to that?
I mean, just kind of getting back into football. So during camp, had to kind of get back in football shape. Been off for a long time, so just getting back into the feeling, and then the confidence part is the biggest thing. Me trusting it and being able to go out there.
When did you start to really feel that? Was there a point in time when you can point to when you knew?
I feel good. Like during camp, that was just my first time back doing everything. So leg was a little tired, and kind of had to push through it.
Obviously, what happened with Javon is ultimately what opened the door for you to get back into a starting role. Just can you talk about the room, the stars, everybody's playing that position, the relationships between each other, and then balancing that against the competitive side of it. He's your brother, but you also got to play better than him to get the opportunity to get on the field.
We definitely competitive in the room, kind of hold everybody accountable, and then push each other to be better. Because there's always one go down, next man up, but we always there for each other to push each other to go get better, and we always cheering each other on. Like you said, outside of the football part, we still tight.
What's impressed you the most about Malachi Starks so far and the impact that he's been able to have as a freshman?
Just coming in as a freshman, being able to take everything in. That's the biggest thing. Like some freshmen hit a wall, but he kind of ran through the wall and just been keep going. And then he's super athletic, super athletic. Like y'all probably seen some plays that jump off the screen.
What type of mental fortitude and mental strength does it take to kind of battle through injury and get back on the field?
So just having a support system I had, the team supported me, then my family back home supported me, and then just putting my faith in Allah, being I'm Muslim, just kind of thinking his plan, whatever plan he got for me, is just gonna be the best plan moving forward.
What does Robert Beal bring to this defense?
A different type mindset. Beefy, one of the toughest guys on the defense.
Yeah, Tykee, not a lot of transfers that come to Georgia compared to some of the other big programs across the country. Is it kind of a unique experience coming here, being one of the few guys who didn't start here as a freshman?
Yeah, it's definitely unique, but kind of knew some of the guys that I came in with last year. Some of the people on the team last year, kind of knew them from high school. when we went to the Nike opening. Kind of familiar with some of the 2019 class guys.
You talk about that mindset that Robert brings to the defense. How does he convey that to other and to other members of the defense and share that with others?
Just him playing a lot of football here. So him coaching up the younger guys, kind of he know how he know the Georgia standard. So him just holding everybody accountable and then holding everybody to the expectation.
Yeah, obviously, the position you play here is called star. Remind me of what the position was you played at West Virginia, and how similar or different are those? Was it? Yeah, did you have to completely relearn things, or does a lot of things cross apply?
At West Virginia, I played something called spear. So it's totally different here. Like at West Virginia, I stayed to the field. Here, I kind of traveled to the passing. I traveled to the passing trench, so I might be lined up into the boundary. Some places I might stay to the field. So it's definitely different than how we just use.
Tykee, you mentioned sort of knowing some of those 2019 guys here. Who were some of those guys, and how did they kind of help you as you got settled in here?
I knew Nolan, Trayvon, George, all the 2019 class that was at the Nike opening that year. When the first year we went to Dallas, we always there together.
J.T. Daniels just left and went to West Virginia. Did he ever reach out to you asking what the program was like or anything before he made that decision?
Yeah, he definitely hit me up about that. So yeah, he definitely hit me up about that, asking like the experience out there before he went on a visit up there.
You mentioned the family support structure. I think I believe I heard you say you have a daughter back home. Just what has that family support meant to you over the past year, and how hard is it being a little farther from home now that you were at West Virginia?
My family meant everything to me, and it definitely been just hard. But so I go by saying kind of like sacrifice stuff now to kind of live how you want to live in the future. So I gotta kind of sacrifice it now in order for me to take care of her in the future.
How different is the spear position you play at West Virginia in that defense, and from what the star does here, and how much of an adjustment was that when you got here?
And our defense as a whole is just different, like a lot of different checks adjustments. So kind of the concepts that we run on defense is way different than I ran at West Virginia. So just had to spend that summer getting extra meetings and kind of learning it. And then I had that year off to kind of learn more and more.
Tykee, what was the rivalry game at West Virginia, and what did you learn about rivalries here, including the Auburn game?
I wasn't really familiar with a rivalry game at West Virginia, but I know Texas was a sort of like a kind of rivalry game, and I know the rivalry game here between Georgia and Auburn is one of the oldest rivalries in the South. So I know that's going to mean a lot to the program and then the people that came before us.
Yeah, what's Jamon Dumas-Johnson like as a vocal leader? Is he pretty clearly getting on you guys, and how do you think he's improved in that area as he's played more snaps this year?
So yeah, that's the biggest thing. He definitely been getting on us, like holding us accountable, being as though he was in a room full of leaders with Quay, N'Kobe, Channing. So him just taking on that role and then just stepping up and kind of holding everybody to a standard.
When you first got here, who was one of the first secondary guys to kind of take you in and kind of try to show you the way around here?
Me and Lewisine clicked. So Lewisine was kind of my guy. We still talk to this day.
Kind of tough. He had that bad injury the other day. Have you talked to him since that?
Yes, I actually, as soon as I heard about it, kind of texted him, made sure he keep his head straight, because y'all know Lewis, he loved football. Like he one of the guys I know that love football, like love it. Like he probably would be at the facility all night if he could.
What has it been like, one, getting to know him as your Stackhouse, and two, watching him grow into taking on more of a bigger role this year?
Definitely been a good job, like kind of building that connection with Nas, and then just seeing him go out there and make plays, because he just being able to see him grow. Like, you feel me? That's the biggest thing. Like seeing him going out there on Saturdays and make plays. But I kind of saw it during spring when I was watching, and then seeing him jump off the screen in camp, and then he's strong, strong.
Two more questions? Anybody? All right, thank you.
Thanks, Tykee.